I love every kind of cat. I just wanna hug all of them, but I can't hug every cat. Can't hug every cat. So anyway, I am a cat lover and I love to run. I'm sorry I'm thinking about cats again, I really love cats.
Okay, hey guys. So, ooh, that's washed out. Let's see if I can fix that. It's a little wobbly, let's see. There we go. It's a little better. Hey, it's Lauren. I'm the CatLadyStitcher, and I just wanted to say a big thank you to you guys for coming back and checking me out this week. Sorry about that intro there for a second. Charlie is currently in the mood to play fetch, so you may see him pop up and down. He lost, I don't know what he did with his toy that we were fetching with. I think I may have thrown it and he hasn't returned it yet. That, or I've buried it under something, so it's MIA at the moment. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm gonna put my notes right back where they were because I tried to make them this week. Yeah, this week has felt pretty long. I feel like I've had a very busy week, and so I'm just gonna go right into it. So first things first, if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me post, at least in my story, I think I posted the finished result of the puzzle that I was working on. I got a puzzle while I was in Seattle. I'm gonna show it to you if I can find it. And so, okay, I really enjoy puzzles generally. However, I have not done a puzzle in 2 years because I adopted my cats 2 years ago this summer. I'm sure you can see the correlation coming. Cats and puzzles and an apartment with no closed doors except for the bathroom is just not a great combination. Charlie, I don't know where you put it, bud. It's not on the couch. So anyway, I finally decided I was gonna do this puzzle that I bought. I was gonna glue it and frame it because why not? Check out this awesome puzzle. Y'all know I love Harry Potter, and I especially love Harry Potter art that is pre-movies. Now, I think, let's see. Yeah, so these are pre-movie because this puzzle collection dates back to 1997. So these are is this the artwork from Mary Grand Prix? It looks, yeah. Well, it actually doesn't say. It just mentions that she was chosen to do the artwork. Either way, the artwork is pre-movie, and I could tell at first glance, and I love anything that's pre-movies. I don't know why. I think probably just because I'm a book snob, but also I just really love the whimsy in a lot of the artwork that's before the movies. I have a mug that's pre-movie, and I think someone gave it to me. I was thinking about getting up to show it to you, but I'll probably forget, but I may show it to you next time. You probably don't care. Anyway, I really love this stuff. So I spent all last Saturday. So by the time I recorded last week's episode, I'd already done this puzzle. I spent like the whole day, and I finished this bad boy. And I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and I'm gonna put it in right here so you can see. So you can see that I finished the puzzle, and of course Charlie is posed right next to it because he was trying to help me the entire time. It was not very helpful. So where I had it on that table, I was covering it up with a blanket when I was not home or around. That way hopefully it would stay as it was until I could get some puzzle glue for it. That did not happen. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was actually finishing up the secret stitch that I briefly showed you guys last week, which I'll show you here later because it's done, the person has received it. I was working on that, and for some reason I turned around because the way my apartment is set up, it's literally just, it used to be a garage. So there's where my table is that you saw the picture, like right in front of that is just a small kitchen table that I built. It's just a square table, and that like sits directly in front of the garage windows. Not these, but it's like right there. And my TV. And so for whatever reason, I decided to turn around. I must have heard something, but Charlie had knocked over my puzzle. It was not very nice. And I, of course, was like so frustrated and immediately decided I was going to try and like fix what I could and like try to salvage what I could. So there were like big chunks of it that had like been pulled with the blanket off and then just kind of like flipped over. It's weird. I don't think I took a picture of it. I know I took a picture at some point and posted it, so I'll put a picture here. I don't know which picture that is right now because obviously I'm telling you, but I know I took a picture of him after he destroyed it, trying to be all cute. This happened 3 times until I finally was just like, you know what? Until I have the puzzle glue and I have a whole day to dedicate to this, I'm putting it away. So it's back in this box. Now the only sad thing is I have no idea if all of the pieces are in here because the kitties, while it's super cute, okay, don't get me wrong, it's like really cute when they get a little puzzle piece and they're running around with it in their mouth and then like batting it around. It's adorable. It really is. But it's super frustrating because now I have no idea if I'm missing any pieces. Like until I finish putting it together again, I'm not gonna know if I'm missing any. It's 500 pieces, so it's not a huge puzzle. It took me like an afternoon, a few hours to do when I actually did the whole thing. And my biggest worry is that the bookshelf that sits right behind that table, I'll see if I can show it to you guys. It's like mounted against the wall so it doesn't fall forward. See what I'm talking about right there? There's just enough space for them to knock it under there. Oh, hi. Let's try that. Okay. There's just enough space for them to be able to knock pieces under there. So my biggest worry is that there's probably puzzle pieces from the first puzzle I did that was sitting out when I had adopted them and they were managing to get stuff knocked off 2 years ago, and probably some from this puzzle, and I won't know until I finally move out of my parents' house. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I can't actually, I have to like, I think it's because I have fat fingers. I don't know. I can't just, oh, I got that one. So like, I don't know. I can't do it. Like, it's impossible. I have to like actually physically cross my fingers. And then it just feels weird. I can do this on both hands. No problem. Cannot. That's why I like do it real fast. Hope you don't see it. Anyway, cats are adorable and super cute when being obnoxious and annoying at the same time. If you want to see, I think I posted a video of Charlie trying to help me when I was first doing the puzzle on my Instagram, so you should check that out because it is admittedly pretty cute. So that happened. This weekend was crazy packed. I mentioned, I'm saying a lot and it's starting to get on my nerves, so I'm sorry about that. I did try to actually write things down, so I'm not thinking. I am thinking. Forgive me. I'm gonna try really hard because I think it's annoying. So Friday, the Predators had game 5 against the Colorado Avalanche. So we lost game 4, which I think they played Tuesday when I filmed the last one for last week, so a week ago. And we lost, I think we lost game 3, won game 4, and then had to go back to Colorado for the next game, which we lost. Yes, we lost game 5, and then we came back and won game 6 on Sunday. Sorry. It gets really confusing in playoffs for me because I have to think about which ones we won and lost. If you don't know what I'm talking about, hockey is the only sport that matters to me. I have no knowledge really of any other sport other than the minimal knowledge that comes with having been in marching band in high school and being forced to watch football games when I wasn't playing in the halftime show. So hockey's fast paced, there's a lot of action, it's gritty, it's fun. I just really love it. I've grown up on it. The Nashville Predators became a franchise in 1998 when I was 6 years old, and I've been going to hockey games ever since. My parents have season tickets. We're a hockey family. We love it. Well, me and my parents are a hockey family. My sisters are like, they'll go to a game if my dad pays for everybody to go. And they all enjoy it, but I'm the real one. I'm the real hockey fan in this family. So it's playoff season, and we won round 1 against Colorado. Yay! And so anyway, that's a long way to tell you that Friday, I went to a restaurant with some friends to watch the Predators game. So that was really fun. We were there, gosh, it was a late start because Colorado is on Mountain Time and we're on Central, so they're 2-hour time difference. And because of that, what's normally a 7 p.m. start time for us was like a 9 o'clock. It was like 8:45, I think. It was pretty late. And so we didn't leave until like midnight, the restaurant, but it was a lot of fun. I got really into it. I was at one point the only person at my table of 10 friends that was actually watching the game, which is fine. Everyone was like talking and having fun and like kind of watching it, but I was like, I'm sorry, were you talking to me? Because I was like really zoned in. And that was fun, but we lost. It looked like we were going to win there, and then they came back and won. So Saturday, though, was really fun because my friends, about a month probably like a month and a half ago, so my friends from church, there's over 100 people in this group. There's really not even that many people we probably are a church of like 200 people. So if that gives you an idea, there's really not that many people, but like people will add their friends and so on and so forth. If you know what GroupMe is, it's an app that's like a group messaging app, so you don't have to deal with group texts. You can leave a group, you can create groups to start different conversations. That way not everybody's looped in on it. It's really great. One of our friends left a really cryptic message like a month and a half ago saying something to the effect of, if you want to be a part of a really fun, mysterious event on April 21st, like this message and we'll add you to the group. And that's all we got. I knew nothing else until my friend Jackson picked Kathleen and I up from the airport, and I found an invitation hiding in one of my bags the next morning where he had sneaked it in when he picked us up, because they were getting real secretive about this. It ended up being a murder mystery party that was 80s themed, and I posted a picture on Instagram of from here up. I couldn't really get a full body shot or anything because it was just me, but I teased my hair like it was nice and big. It took me like an hour and a half. This is just what my hair looks like, okay? Like I washed it, and then when it dries, it really needs to be trimmed. I'm growing out it was shaved at one point on the sides. When I cut it last, it was like a little bit longer up top. It was like this. It was real short. So I've been growing this out for like a year almost, and it's very slow moving, but it's like getting to this awkward stage where it's just weird. I'm just trying to like let it grow all together. So anyway, I don't do anything to my hair normally. Maybe a bobby pin, but it took me forever to figure out how to tease my hair without hairspray. All I had was hair gel. Thankfully I had a hair dryer. And then I texted a picture to my mom and I was like, hey, does this look 80s enough? And she said, it could be bigger. I was like, could be bigger? I just spent like an hour on this. So I spent like another 20 minutes and I got it real big. So I'll put a picture of what that looked like here. So that was my hair and makeup for our 80s party, and it was a lot of fun. None of us knew, normally if you've ever done a murder mystery party, the only one I've ever done is where someone like bought one of those like murder mystery dinner kits or something that you get, and it's already like scripted out and everyone's characters are made. You just like have to assign people to it. And normally, at least from what I've learned from that experience, is you get your character ahead of time and like a few pieces of information, like say your backstory, plus if your backstory includes somebody else, you'd get that kind of information as well. In this case, our friends like wrote everything. There was like a group of 4 or 5 of them that decided to do this, and they just like planned it all. So once we got there, it was literally like show up, they handed you your first envelope, and then it was like a free for all. Except nobody knew anything except for basically what their person was and their motive or whatever, or like their basic personality traits and story. I didn't know like anything about my character other than I was a famous 80s pop star. This was supposed to be set at an MTV awards night or a dinner after party or something in the 80s was the idea. And I was supposed to be a famous 80s pop star whose reputation meant everything to me, and I would do anything to make sure that it stayed that way. So I kind of, the way that it was phrased made me think, oh, maybe I'm gonna be the murderer. That's all I knew. But then it turns out like later on that I was like dating one of my friends at one point, but I cheated on him with another one of our friends, and then I didn't want everyone else to find out, so I ended up killing the MTV or the TRL host, who apparently was gonna let the news break. But I didn't find out, like I think I knew I was supposed to kill him before I figured out that I had been cheating on my boyfriend with another guy. I don't know. It was really fun. So I got to be the killer. And then in a twist of surprise events, I also got killed. So I got to be all dramatic and like die, and no one was expecting it, and it was really fun. It was just really fun. If you've never done a murder mystery party, like even if you're not big into like role play, which I'm not, I had a lot of fun at it. It was really fun. So that was a lot of fun, and I'll put that picture of our group of friends after the event here. So that was a lot of fun. And then Sunday, gosh, today's Tuesday. So Sunday was another full day. After church, I was at church from like, gosh, 8:45 until like 1:30 because I went to both services like usual and then had a meeting afterwards. And then I hung out with Kathleen. I invited myself over to her house because I'm a really awesome friend. I live like 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the day and the traffic from Nashville, like downtown Nashville, which is where my church is, my work is, and all my friends are. And so if I can avoid it, if I know I'm going to be at church and then have some other reason to come downtown Sunday evening, I'll try to avoid going back and forth. So I hung out with Kathleen for a bit. And then one of my friends that was at the murder mystery party plays hockey. And so he plays hockey just like casually in like an adult men's league locally. And so myself and 2 of my friends went to go see him at his hockey game, but it was also happened to be on game 6 of the Predators. Like that would determine if we would win and move on to round 2. And so we went to the hockey rink. And my friend, when I told him that we were coming, he said that, wow, that's like the biggest group I've ever had. And I was thinking, wow, that's 3 people. That's not very many, but okay. We were the only 3 people there watching this game. And then he said, no, I meant like my whole team. Like that's the biggest crowd we've had as a team. And I was like, oh, I can believe that now. But it was a good game. They did not win, which was fun. A fun part of it for me, at least. If any of you are a hockey fan, you may or may not recognize this name, but a retired hockey player from the Nashville Predators still lives in Nashville, apparently, and he was on the opposing team of my friend, and that's JP Dumont. And I got to watch him play against my friend, and I was going to try and get a picture with him after the game was over, but I don't know what the man's deal was, but like everybody, it seemed like, came out of that locker room ready to, out of their hockey gear before he did. And when my friend finally came out, I was like, well, I'm not going to stand here and wait and seem like a stalker. So I didn't get a picture, but I'll put like the really terrible action shots that I got of him right here. So that was really exciting. It was a lot of fun. So my friend lost, but the Predators won. And then we celebrated with some Cookout. If you guys have never been to Cookout, it's really good and really cheap. 2 important things. And then last but not least, last night I babysat 7 children between the ages of 1 and 6. I babysit on Monday nights for one of my church's small groups, and usually it's not that bad. They were pretty good last night. We ended up watching Boss Baby, and all 7 of them are pretty much entranced. The two babies were kind of like in and out, but for the most part, they were all just like, and then laughing at, of course, all the best parts. So that was great. So that's a pretty packed week. I mean, it's been crazy, and this week's gonna be a little bit more full as well. So moving on to stitchy stuff. So I had one FFO, and I forgot to take a picture of it before I sent it. So I'm gonna steal Corey's picture from what they posted on Instagram. Corey at Silent Stitches is who I was sending this secret stitch for last week. I wasn't sure if they'd be watching my channel last week because by now I think they've graduated from college. I know it was their like last 2 weeks, and so they were really stressed out. And so I was just like, man, I love this bookmark that I got in my magazine, but I don't really want it for myself because all I do is listen to audiobooks now. So I don't really have use for a bookmark at the moment. And of course I can always make another one later. So I sent it to Corey, and I'm stealing the picture that they posted on Instagram. So you can see that here. It was really cute, and I had a lot of fun stitching that one. It was a pretty quick stitch, and then I had to like Google how to finish bookmarks, and Corey, I really hope that it stays together. I don't know if I did a good job on that. I just knew I didn't want to just put interface on the back and then have like the stitches kind of be visible on the back. So I basically just used a lot of interfacing and some scrap fabric that looked cute with it and hope for the best. So hopefully it doesn't fall apart. I did think about like hand sewing it. It did not work. I tried. Anyway, it's really cute, and I had a lot of fun stitching it. So moving on to whips. Other than that one, which became an FFO, I did a little work on my Harry Potter pillow sampler. I don't remember quite how much I had gotten done last time I showed you this, but if you want to see that, you can go back and check my last video. Here's what I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap this time. I just because reasons. So this is where I'm at right now. I've gotten 4 Horcruxes done. I finished, so we've got, I think I was like halfway done with this and like had the gold pieces done over here. So we've got Tom Riddle's diary, Marvolo Gaunt's ring, Slytherin's locket, Hufflepuff's cup, and then we've got, I'm assuming it's supposed to be the Nimbus 2000. It's just, you know, it doesn't have anything on it. It's just a broom. Now, I did change the colors on this to be a blend of 2 just to give it more of a textured look. And then, oh my gosh, I love the wing on that snitch. It's adorable. I just really love that back stitching. Half of the word Lumos, and I think I still have to finish something here, and I don't remember what's going here. There's something else here. So basically I just have to finish up a few like detailed things on that, and then I'll be done with that section and then move on. I'm still really enjoying it, but I started something new that I've been really excited about. And so that's gonna move us into new starts / haul, because like I mentioned on my last episode, I think this ended up coming the day after. So I think the day that this came Wednesday. So when I filmed this, It was originally supposed to come in the mail that day, but didn't, so it came the next day. And this is And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. Ah, I'm so excited. I am so excited to stitch this. Luna, sit down. She's about to knock over this phone. I'm sorry, this is moving around a lot, but it is so cute. I didn't realize it came with like little fobs and things like that, like designs for that. So I'm super, super excited. I've seen a lot of you stitching it, and I just had my eye on it for such a long time, and I finally decided to buy it. So I started that. Oh, I forgot to take it out of the frame. Hold on. I started it, and I haven't been paid yet, and I've got quite a few bills to pay, so it'll probably be like 2 paychecks before I get around to buying more of the colors that I need. So honestly, I just kind of made do with what colors I already have. And so I don't have any completed, well, I have a couple of completed trees. This is a new Q-snap, so it's tight. I have a couple of completed ones, but for the most part, it's just like fragments of motifs. But I'm loving it. Like literally, I'm gonna be stitching this after I finish this video. I'm so excited. It's just so fun to stitch on. It looks 1,000 times more amazing in person than it does in any of the pictures that I've seen. And I just like, oh, I want it to be done now. And I just started it, and I love it so much. Okay, I'm just gonna show it to you now. Okay, so I just really love it. This is all I've gotten done on it so far. So really, it looks like a bunch of nothing at the moment. I do have like part of a tree over here, part of some trees down here, a bunch of like random tree stumps. I do have some birds that are completed up here, and then this tree. So this one was completed, and this one is complete. And then this one will be a complete one, but I just started that tree today, so, but look how pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this pattern. I feel like everyone says this is really large. I'm stitching this over 2 on 32 count linen. I just bought it from whatever they had at Joann's. I think it's MGL or MLG, something like that. Ugh, it's so beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm really enjoying this. So since I've gotten that one, I haven't touched much. I actually haven't touched anything else. I did make myself finish the bookmark first before I started this one, because I wanted to make sure I finished it and got it out to Corey, because I was hoping that it would arrive before graduation. I'm not entirely sure where that timeline was. I think they got it after. I don't really know, but either way, Corey, I'm glad that you got it and that you like it, and I hope you get a lot of use out of it, but I also hope you get back to stitching now that you should be done with school and a little bit less stressed. So if you've even been thinking about stitching this, like even just passing thought, go buy it. Buy it right now. Spend all the money. Totally do it, because it is freaking beautiful. This picture does not do it justice. And I know that we say that about patterns, but it doesn't. Like, it's so good. Oh, so good. So good. Did I mention that I really like that pattern? Okay, moving on. Moving on. The only other thing I had for haul, so that was New Starts / haul. The only other thing I got for haul was my first Color in Cotton Floss Club shipment. And I'm already regretting, don't we all do this? I got the smallest amount, because honestly, I shouldn't have subscribed to 2 different floss clubs, but what can you do? It's just, why not? So I only subscribed for the 3 color, and then of course immediately regretted my decision after seeing everybody else's like 5 color floss club. So I'm probably gonna change that for next month. But look at how Let's see, I need to find something I can, I got this, I got this. Look at that color. Look at it. It's so yummy. So yummy. I just want to eat it. Not really. I don't want to eat it. But kinda. I kinda do. It's just so beautiful. I'm being really weird tonight. You guys are getting to see the real me. I'm very weird. I feel like I've been kind of awkward and like, I don't know, on my videos lately. But it's gonna be real from now on. I'm gonna try. So this is color and cotton. I'm gonna show these individually now. I just wanna like touch it and pet it and hold it up to my face and just be really weird about it. I don't even know what to put it on. It's like one of those, like, I really love it and I want to stitch it in something, but I also just want to look at it and never put it in anything. So this is Hazel Brown. And it's a really pretty color. I actually could have, I'm probably going to end up using this in the And a Forest Grew because, you know, trees. Obviously, this is a great color for that. That one's just very slight variegation, like hardly any, actually. But it's a really pretty color, so I'm probably going to use that soon. I really love teal. And I also, this is like one of my favorite colors too, like half of my wardrobe is this color. But I also love like bright teal colors, not to wear, but just like in general. And this Bermuda, it's gorgeous. So many different, like that variegation is amazing. There's greens in there, there's blues. It's just so tasty. I don't even know what to stitch that on yet, but it's going on something soon. And last but not least, Purple Iris. Now this one has a ton of variegation. If I didn't have my ready-made little what's it called? Image, clip, header, picture, I don't know. The thing that you see when you click on it. Bendy Stitchy, first of all, let me just say that if I had not looked at your Instagram before I saw your new video up and the caption or the title of it was, I got the face I wanted. I'm glad that I saw the Instagram post first because I knew what to expect, but that made me laugh. Anyway, because of that face that I just made, which I was gonna recreate, but now I can't because I've talked too much and I can't remember what it was. It was a good face. That would have been a great one for this video, but I have my cute little cat things. Anyway, Purple Iris. This deliciousness. Look at that right there. So much variegation in that. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. Beautiful. B-E-A-beautiful. I know I'm 26 and I'm actually a really good speller, but I still use that to spell the word beautiful every single time in my head. I mean, I don't like to say it out loud, but I use it. It's actually very helpful. I'm sure that I'm not alone. If you guys say that I am alone, then you're crazy and you lying because you know you do it too. We all do it. Thank you, Jim Carrey. Okay, so that's all for haul. I don't think I bought anything else. I've been pretty broke. My windshield also broke. I don't think I mentioned this in the last video, or if I did, I don't remember, but I just got my bumper fixed, like from something I did last summer, and it was like $2,000, and thankfully insurance covered it, but it made my premium go up and all that fun stuff. But I have to get my windshield replaced. It's gonna be like $200, and that's not gonna happen for a while, so definitely can't be buying anything else if I can't get my windshield fixed. So that brings us to, okay, so I have last week's giveaways and I was gonna do those next, but I'm actually gonna save that for last. So, okay, the next thing I have is plans, maybe. What I was gonna do is actually, I forgot, I think I mentioned this briefly a few episodes ago where I forgot that I had bought some other patterns. Until I went back from Clouds Factory, until I went to go look at something and in my downloads and I saw that they were there and I forgot that I bought them when I bought the pillow sampler. So I need y'all's help. I want to start on something else just so I'm not like, mostly, and it's actually good motivation, okay? I feel bad as a floss tuber only showing you guys like the same thing every week. I feel like that's probably boring for you guys. So it's motivating me to try and work on multiple projects. So because of that, I want to start one of the 2 patterns that I've got here or come back to something that I haven't touched in a while because I just didn't like the way it was looking on the fabric I was using. So I'm gonna ask for your help on which one to choose because I want to put them, whichever one I choose, on this fabric that I dyed. Because I don't really know what else to put on it, and I'm thinking, hey, stop it. I'm sorry. This is my life with cats. Luna, this is my sweet setup there. Apologize to the masses. They're making a mess. Let me, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Luna knocked over. I don't really have that great of a setup. My table is not quite tall enough for me just to put the phone on, and then it's this whole thing. So basically it's just a stack of books holding my phone. And the cat knocked them all over because she's on the table where she should not be, but I've just given up on that. Anyway, I don't know really what if I like saw the most perfect design ever pattern that should go on this as a whole, I would love to do that. But I can't think of anything off the top of my head at the moment. So I'm thinking that I'd like to use this for something. And so I would like your help in deciding. I've got 3 things here that are options. So you guys, first option is, I was working on these Astro Cats by Margaret Sherry a month or 2 ago, and I gave up on it because I was stitching it on just like regular linen, like natural linen. It was super ugly and blending in and just was not fun. So this is what these look like. I'm gonna hold these up and kind of go through them. So this is the first option. I only got like halfway through this one on that other fabric and then it was just like, no, this looks terrible, I'm stopping. So these cats are an option. What I want to do with these is make them into individual little pieces and then make them into like buttons that I can put on my desk on a magnet for each month. Luna's helping, as always. She thinks it's for her. Are you done? Okay, so that's option number 1. Let me do this. Let's do this on that fabric. So like for the ones that have a blue background, that's kind of fun. But like when I see these pictures with the different colored backgrounds, like that's what I imagine. Like the design is like just the cat and whatever it's doing and not the background color itself. That's just like the fabric. So I think, yeah, I'm double checking that because I might be lying to you. Oh, I lied to you. It does include that color. So that's another thing to think about. Now I don't know what to do with these because those colors are actually what's in the background. So that may not be a good option. Either way, tell me if you think that's a good one. And then my other 2 options are both from Clouds Factory. One is, that's driving me crazy. Go over there. One is the Doctor Who villains. It's got a bunch of fun villains on here. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you will instantly recognize these guys. We've got all sorts of bad guys on here. So that's an option. I also considered doing them on TARDIS blue, of course. I don't know. Still not sure what I want to do with it. Luna's trying to help. You can see her paw. So that's an option. I'll just, you know, for reference again. Maybe that color. And then last but not least, that's option number 2. And then last but not least, this one's gonna be fun. Oh, in case you're wondering, that says exterminate, annihilate, destroy, which are some of the phrases, catchphrases of different villains. And then last is another Harry Potter piece, because you guys just know me, I can't keep away. It's Luna Lovegood. You know I love my Luna, both the character and my kitty. And it's just her in different outfits from the movies. And it says, things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end. It is not always in the way we expect, which is a quote from the series. When she loses her shoes, but still a good quote. I like it. So, and then I'm kind of leaning towards this one because I just think that pink would be super cute on this blue. And it's only 91 by 49 stitches. So honestly, like, this is a lot of fabric. It's 32 count. This is approximate size with 14 count. So this would be slightly smaller than, I'm so bad at figuring. I have to like sit down and look at it to figure out the size. It would not take up a lot of space at all. The finished size is 6.5 by 3.5 inches. So it's like picture frame size. So those are the options. One is the cats, Astro Cat. So we got option 1, Astro Cats. Option 2, Doctor Who. That rhymed. I'm such a loser. Option 3 is Luna. So those are my options. Let me know what you think. Help me decide. What do you want to see me stitch? How about that? I'm gonna make you guys decide for me. Really weird mood. You guys don't want to see me when I eat a donut after having coffee, because then it gets real crazy. Just ask Kathleen. It's not very fun. Oh, I just realized that this fell on the floor and I need it. Okay, so last week I decided to do a giveaway with some of the patterns from the gold cross stitch, I think is what it is, Cross Stitch Gold magazine, that there weren't a lot in there that I actually wanted to use, so I thought I would give some of them away. And I only had a few people comment for those, which is totally fine because I know I'm still growing my subscribers. So I still have only 3 of them actually were claimed. So 3 of the other 3 will still be up. I'll go through those again and we'll do another giveaway for those. So just remember, don't say giveaway or anything like that in your comments. You got to be 18 or older, or permission from a parent and a subscriber. So the first one we have is the Dragonfly cushion, and that goes to Laura Ellis. And so I'll comment on all of these to let you know, but just send me an email with your address, your mailing address, and I will get those out to you as soon as possible. I know, Laura, I think you said you were in the UK. One of you said you were in the UK. I will ship it to you. I've just got to figure out if I need to do anything special because I've never done that before. So it might take me a little bit longer to do that. The next one, oh, Charlie's being gross. The next one is the heart that says friends are tied together with heartstrings. And that one goes to Joanne Obergfell. I wrote it really small. Also, I'm not sure if I said that right. And then 3 of you guys wanted the farm, but I just put the names into like a random generator. And this is that one. And that goes to Sandra D and Joliet. So again, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, commenting. I really appreciate it. It lets me know that people are actually out there watching. I will comment on each of your comments to let you know that you have won, but I would appreciate it if you would email me your shipping address or your mailing address. That's going to be listed in the listed below in the contact spot. So then we had 3 others that were not claimed. So I'm gonna keep doing these until somebody says that they want them, because I don't want them for myself and I'd love to pass them along. So just as a reminder, the first one is this cute, now this is really hard to show. I'm gonna do my best to show you. It's a little bookmark. It says Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, 19th May 2018. It's just in honor of the upcoming royal wedding. And I'm going to see if I can get... Oh, it's very glary and not very much in focus, but you get the idea. It's cutesy if you want to make a bookmark. So if you would like to be entered for that one, just comment I would love to stitch the bookmark. This is the next one. It's Walking the Dog by Leslie Tier. And if you would like to stitch this one, just comment below, I would like to stitch the lady. And then last but not least are these cute little teddy bears reading a book, because who doesn't want to see teddy bears reading a book? And this one is by Carol Thornton. And if you want to stitch that one, just comment, I would like to stitch the bears. I will, if I've got anyone that wants to stitch those, the likelihood that you win is pretty high because not many people are commenting on them. So that's, I mean, if you want it, comment because you probably will get it. So I will do the drawing for those next video. And that's, yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I'm not. So thanks again for watching, as always. I would love it if you subscribed and liked the video, and definitely drop me a comment below. I try to respond to those. Sometimes I forget. I'll like get it at a bad time and then realize that I forgot like 4 days later to actually respond to it. So I will make sure I do that at some point. But just know that I do see them, and I sincerely really do appreciate every comment, because sometimes you just wonder if anybody's actually out there watching. And so I appreciate it, and I love you guys, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this community. I talk about it a lot. My friends think I'm kind of weird and crazy, but hey, I love it. I mean, I am, so now they just have another reason. Anyway, there's a hockey game on, so I'm gonna go watch it. It's the last one of round 1. Game 7, I think it's for Toronto versus Boston, so I'm gonna check that out while I edit this video. And I will see you guys next week. I hope you get lots of stitching done, and it's not a difficult week for you, and that's all I got. Bye!
So anyway, I am a cat lover and I love to run. I'm sorry I'm being about cats again. I really love cats.